I've offered you one for free, so if you want to do that, you're more than welcome to.
Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. My name is Tom and this is TomsToys95. Thank you very much for checking out the video, especially if you are new around here. This is a series of videos that I like to call a week in the life of a part-time eBay reseller, and I sell on eBay part-time and document my journey with you guys. As you can see from my collection, I'm a big video game collector as well, so during these videos I like to document what I have bought and what I've sold on eBay. I'll tell you a little bit about the item, where I got them from, how much I paid it for it, and ultimately how much it sold for. And I'll also be video game hunting along the way in the week, and I essentially use the eBay profits to help fund my video game collection, so it goes hand in hand really. So without further ado, I've got quite a lot of things to get into this week. There's a few pickups that I picked up over the weekend, which I'll probably record in a later segment of this video, but right now I've got quite a few sales to go through. So my eBay sales, or the weekly sales that I like to document, starts on Saturday morning through to Friday night, and that's my weekly cutoff. And it's now Sunday night and we've made about 6 or 7 sales, so I've got quite a bit to go through, ready to take to work tomorrow and post on my lunch break. So the first item that I sold is a Dragon Ball Z game on the Xbox One. Now I believe this was £4. I don't know why I have in my head I paid £4 for it, but I can't remember where. So let's just say I paid £4 for it. I think it might have been from like a gaming convention or something, and that has gone for £7.95 plus postage. The next one is a cool one. So I paid £400 for a Call of Duty bundle in the summer, and in that bundle was a lot of really cool collector's editions. One of them was an RC car which sold for £120. One of them was the Black Ops 4, like a big briefcase thing which had a drone in it, and might have been Black Ops 2 actually, and that one sold for £595. So very, very happy with those sales. So made over £700 back on that bundle, and then made about £250 profit, and then I've just been selling off some of the other additions along the way. And one of the cheaper items in that bundle was a bunch of PS3 Call of Duty games, and there's 8 here, and this actually got quite a good price considering you can find these games in charity shops and car boots for as little as £1, and they have gone for £28 for that whole bundle. So there's 8 games, got an average £3 each, so really, really happy with that. The next sale is even better, and that is an item that I picked up last week from a TV and movie shop, and it was a bit of an obscure item to find in a retail store. It was 23 years old, still sealed in the wrapper, and I paid £14.99 for it, which at the time I thought was a little bit of a gamble. They had 5 or 6 on the shelf and I was tempted to buy them all, but I thought no, I'll buy one, test the waters, see how it does. So I listed it for a high price because I didn't really know how to price it, and I listed it for £54.99, and someone's bought it within about 3 or 4 days of having it listed, and that is an Xbox standard AV cable and SCART adapter. Now it is a really obscure item that you wouldn't see very many of, and I know with PlayStation and Nintendo stuff, things like this, still sealed in the wrapper after all those years, are worth a hell of a lot of money. So I gambled and listed it for quite a high price. It sold very quick, so I'm going to try and go back on my lunch break tomorrow and see if they've got any more of these. But yeah, £40 profit minus fees on that one, so I'll end up with about £32 profit, so really can't complain at all. The next sale, I'm a bit disappointed in terms of how much I sold it for versus what I paid for it, but they're still really cool items nonetheless. I have had them for over a year as well, and I've missed the sort of boat for Christmas, like they've been listed for Christmas, but I thought they would have sold in time for Christmas and they didn't. And they are some Mario jigsaw puzzles. So these are pretty cool. They've got 3 different designs, and they are metal tins that you can store stuff in, put them on your game shelf after you've finished with them, but they make 250-piece jigsaw puzzles. So the first one is Mario Bros from the NES. So you've got the tin there, and that is the jigsaw that it makes. Then we've got the question mark cube, and it makes that jigsaw there. And then we've got the mushroom, or the power-up mushroom, one-up mushroom, whatever you want to call it, and then it makes that picture there. So these were £14.99, and they have sold for £21.50 plus postage. So I'll only make a couple of quid on those ones. So the next sale is pretty cool, and I got very lazy and bought a load of these from the car boot about 4 years ago. Sat on them for a while, not really done anything with them. I have kind of a reason to why I haven't done anything with them, but I didn't do anything with them, and as a result, instead of like decreasing in value, they've actually dramatically rose in value. So I kind of won here. But these items are a bunch of steel books that were going for 50p each, and I asked for like a bulk discount, said if I buy the lot, how much would you do? And I'm pretty sure there was about 25 or 28 of these things, and I paid like £12 for the whole lot. and they are Metal Gear Rising Revengeance Steelbooks. Now there was a couple of PS3 ones, and these are the Xbox 360 ones. So there was mostly like 25 of these and like 3 PS3 ones. And all of them were sealed bar a couple. However, they are a little damaged, as you can see. The seals aren't perfect. Some of them were a little rusty and a little dented, so there's a lot of flaws, and I think the reason I didn't list them was because every single one is going to need like a unique photo, because some are sealed better than others, some are damaged, some aren't. So what I have been doing is, since I've listed them, which was about 6 months ago, I listed one, it sold really quickly, listed another one, sold really quickly, and then I just forgot to list it. So I listed this again probably about 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, and it sold again. So I'm going to try and, as one sells, photograph the next one, sell that one, photograph the next one, because I think if anyone's buying them, they're going to want to know what rips are where and blah blah blah, so they want to know the exact condition. So rather than just putting quantity 28, I've had to manually take new photos each time, and I think that's what's put me off listing them. But by being lazy, I guess, they've actually gone up in price. So I remember when I bought these were something like £8 to £10 each on eBay, and now they've been going for 25 quid. So this one has sold for £24.99 plus postage. So very, very happy with the markup on that one, or considering I only paid 50p for it, and I've still got 23, 24 left. So I'm going to be listing those as well and try and get those sold. So the next sale is a watch from the watch bundle. Those of you that don't know, I spent £4,000 on a watch bundle about 18 months ago. It came with 280 watches, all brand new or new old stock. They were like display models from an ex-watch and jewellery store, and 500 pieces of jewellery. And sorry, it's 250 pieces of jewellery for £500, so £2 a piece. And the watches owe me around about £10, and someone sent an offer for 13. I accepted, and that is one of these Kaibo watches. It's a Kaibo Giant 40. I believe they're German watches, and the dial lights up now, and it's very sparkly, got a little crystal bezel on there. So these retail about €180, so someone's got a very good deal on that one. Now the next one is a pretty cool one. I think this was £12 from CEX, so it might have been 18 actually. Sold the disc, and I usually keep the steelbook for my collection. Now this one was a dupe, so I already had it in my collection, so I sold the disc separate, and now I'm selling the steelbook on its own. Now there is a bit of damage to it, but it's a beautiful steelbook and quite a rare one, and that is Yakuza 2 Kiwami on the PlayStation 4. Now the slip cover is damaged, as you can see the glue's like come away and it's completely loose, but it's still fairly good condition if you were to glue that back together, and the steelbook itself is in really good condition, and the inside is really nice as well. So that one has been listed for a little while, and it has gone for £30 plus £2 postage. Now the last sale of the weekend is 2 PlayStation 3 games in a bundle, and they are MX vs ATV and MX vs ATV Reflex. We've got a live and reflex there. I think these owe me £1.50 each from a game convention. They were £3, and they have gone for £8.50 plus postage. They're both complete with the manuals, so all good there. So happy to get those gone. In fact, no, these are from CEX for £1.50 each. I did tell a lie. So CEX £3, sold for £8.50, and that is all of the sales for the week. Now I did pop to London on the weekend. I went down to Wembley and I picked up a lot of awesome stuff, so I'm going to go through that shortly, but I'm going to go and get some sleep because it's quite late on Sunday. I went to see Dr. Chatterjee tonight, which is really interesting actually, really cool topic of conversation. I don't know if I'll do a separate video on that, but it is some food for thought. If anyone knows who he is, he's quite inspirational and gave me some real good key moments to take away. So made a lot of notes on that presentation, but as a result I'm very tired now. I've got all my stuff ready for tomorrow, ready to go to work, and I will go through my London Wembley pickups at a later date in the video, so stay tuned for that. I also want to talk about some pickups from a charity shop as well as a post office. So I went to a different post office today, and it's more of like a convenience store with a post office built into it. And in there is a shelf with a load of like reduced to clear discounted items. They obviously have like seasonal stuff, and then they get put on the shelf at the end of the season and they are discounted. So I went in and there was a bunch of like trading cards and stickers and stuff, and they were all like 50p or £1 instead of being 2 quid, etc. And yeah, I took quite a few of those, so I picked up a big box of stickers and cards, all various stuff, and they randomly had a shelf of media of like pre-owned DVDs and games and stuff. Now the only game I could find was Minecraft, but every other thing was like a DVD, so a bit random, but I did pick up quite a bit of stuff, and yeah, it's from a post office, so First game, Minecraft on the PlayStation 3. This was £4.99. Now this only goes for around about 9 to 10 quid, so I ain't going to make a lot of money on this, but for £4.99 in really good condition with the manual, I can't really argue with that. And then this is the box of cards and stickers. Now as you can see, it says Star Wars on there, so this is the Star Wars Topps trading card collection from Journey to the Star Wars Rise of the Skywalker Saga. Now these actually hold a bit of value. When I looked on eBay, they seem to be going for a fair bit of money. So when I saw those, I picked up what was left of the entire box. So I did manage to get about 20-25 packs of those. They also had a box of Lego movie stickers, and there's only 10 stickers left, and they were 50p each, and I was going to leave them. But I had a quick look on eBay, and someone was selling 2 packs for like £3.50, someone was selling 5 packs for like 6 quid or something like that. So they worked out to be at least £1 a pack, maybe £1.50 a pack on eBay. So I thought if I can get a pack of 10, I could even open them on the channel, or I could maybe sell them for 10 to maybe 15 quid for the set of 10 as a bundle. So those aren't too bad. Those are from the Lego Movie 2 actually, and I'm not sure what year these were released. I can't see a year on the back, but I'd imagine whenever the Lego Movie 2 movie came out, I think it was probably from memory about 5-6 years ago, so they're quite old. The next ones mixed in were a random bunch of stickers from the FIFA Qatar World Cup, so pretty cool. Only 3 packs of those though, so unless I pull like a Messi or Ronaldo or something, then I don't know if there's going to be anything good in these. Ones I'm most excited for, these were £1, so I'd imagine these were maybe £2.50 a packet originally. But you get 10 cards in here, and I'm really excited to break these open on the channel. And that is the Topps Turbo Attacks 2024 Trading Card Collection. Now you get 10 in here, and it's across F1, F2 and F3, and hopefully I get some good races like a Lewis Hamilton or Max Verstappen or someone good in there. Those were £1 each, 9 of those, so those were 9 quid, and these were all 50p each, so there's even more in here. But yeah, got a whole load of Star Wars ones. Again, I don't know whether to open them up or whether to sell them, so if anyone wants to see me open some cards and stickers and stuff, comment below what you would like to do with that. If you're not interested in the cards and stickers, then I'll just sell them on eBay. But I quite like to break some of these open, so I might do like a video just opening random cards and stickers, and I can just open a pile of them. Those are all of the cards and stickers and the video game that I picked up from the post office, and then over the road from the post office is a charity shop, and I was walking past and I was a bit like, do I go in, do I not? And it was getting to the end of the day, about 15 minutes before it shut, and it was open. I was like, oh, go on then, as you do.
I'll go on then.
And there was a box outside, and it said £3.95 for football boots. Now the only football boots I could really see were these like Sondico ones, and they're just not really worth a lot of money, but I thought I'll have a look. And as I moved to the first pair, I saw like this gold glistening aura. Just coming out of the box, and I knew exactly what they were straight away. Now unfortunately they are a child size, and they are the lower version, so these boots kind of have like 3 tiers. You've got the like cheap kids version, then you've got the like medium version, then you've got the like pro level version. So these are the bottom tier, but there should still be some value. I haven't even looked these up, but I don't really need to, because I know exactly, like, these are hard to find, these are rare, these are good. And regardless of whether they're only worth 20, 30, 40 quid, they're still really rare boots. So they were £3.95, and immediately I was like, right, gotta have them. So I picked them up, took them to the till, and I was going to take them to the till. While I was in there, I was looking around, and as I was looking around the charity shop, this guy was serving somebody and went, oh bugger, like, you know, swore, whatever. And then his mates that were working with him were getting some stuff in from outside, because I was shutting him for like 10-15 minutes. He basically said that he clicked the end of the day button on the till. Whether he did that on purpose or not, I don't know, but he did the end of the day on the till, and he was like, I can't put anything else through the till because it now thinks it's Saturday morning and I'm going to get in trouble. So I was kind of like, well, what do I do with my boots? I want to buy these. So he came up to me and said, oh, don't worry about them boots, mate. He said, just take them for free.
The system now having a look at when people close the stores, they're going to think I've closed 15 minutes early. To me, to me, to you, to me, to you, to me, to you, to down.
It's up to you, mate. I can run the £4 in another day if you want. I think that's a free night.
I've offered you one for free, so if you want to do that, you're more than welcome to.
But if it's easier for you, I can always pop back. But
I feel bad taking them for free, but he did click the end of the day button and said that I could take them. So yeah, here they are. So they are the Total 90 lasers, I think. I think these might be called like the shoot, but yeah, these are like the child's version of the lasers. But they are beautiful. I haven't seen these in a long time. And then they've got the Total 90 on the back there. Now they are missing one stud, so they're not perfect. They need a bit of a clean. But even if I only get 20 quid for them, I'm buzzing with those. Like, this is like a big nostalgia hit. These are like the boots I had when I was a kid. And Rooney's my favourite player, and he used to rock these all the time. This is like the Rooney era of Nike boots. But yeah, gold in a charity shop in 2025. Literally.
it is now Tuesday morning and I've made 2 more sales. So the first one is in my toy box and I'm looking for this metal sculpture. I picked up 3 of these from a charity shop for £2.33 each. They were 3 for £7 and they are just metal sculptures doing different things. This one is playing golf and someone sent an offer for £10, so I accepted that. In fact, it might have been £9. And the next one is a steelbook on the Xbox 360. Picked this up last year in a big bundle of steelbooks and it owes me about £3 or £4, so I think after fees I might lose a bit on this one. This was the least valuable of the steelbooks and this has only gone for £6.50 with free postage. Hey guys, it's Wednesday evening and I'm going to go over some pickups that I got today on my lunch break and also the pickups from the weekend when I went down to Wembley. So let's start with the Wembley one first, as those were the oldest pickups. So I went into a Converse store and I didn't really find much, but the one thing I did find, I had 2 on the shelf. Well, actually, I tell a lie, they had 3, and not long after I picked them up, another couple picked it up and they bought the other one. So I didn't fancy getting all 3. It's a bit of a gamble, the 2 that I've got, so I don't want to buy 3 and then be stuck with them. So I picked up 2 of these, and these are Liverpool FC jumpers, but they are Converse Liverpool FC jumpers. So they were £14.97 on a clearance sale, and these were originally £70 and then they got reduced to 40, and I think they're 40 online on Converse, or they're 40 reduced to 27 on the actual Converse website. But these were in the clearance for £14.97, so I picked up 2, so for less than £30 I got 2 of these. Now they're genuine Converse on there, and it just says Liverpool FC Converse, and then in the bottom right corner Scouse Pride. So 2 exactly the same, brand new with tags. Those are already listed, and I listed them just after I bought them, actually, while we were still walking around. I used stock images from online, so the only thing I might do is just measure the armpits and the chest size and maybe update the listing with that, but otherwise those are already listed. And the other thing I bought from Wembley as well was also brand new stock, so I used stock images for those as well. So I listed all of these while walking around and in the Uber back to the car, so being quite efficient. So the next one's a bit of a gamble. I've not really sold much of this sort of stuff before, but this is makeup from a beauty outlet shop, and I think it literally is called Beauty Outlet. So I noticed these little grease lipsticks and they were £6 down to 2. And then next to them were these Grease and Revolution sort of palettes. So these are eyeshadow palettes. So one is of the T-Birds, and then there's another one which is a pink one, which is for the pink ladies. So I picked up 5 of each, and these were £3 each per palette, so it's £6 per bundle, and then with the little lipstick as well, that's £8 a bundle. So I picked up 5 of each, so I spent £40 in total, and we've got a nice little bundle there. So for the set of 3 things, I'm aiming to list those for around about 25-30 quid, and if I can get that for it, that's fantastic. Obviously there's 5 of those for each one, so £40 spent, hoping to get about 100 back after fees. And then I did pop into CEX as well. Now some of these I might put into another video, as they are related to sort of PS3 games and stuff that I'm collecting at the moment. But there's nothing really in here to resell bar one thing, but I'll run through them anyway. So the first thing I bought to resell was this Killzone 3 Steelbook. This originally came with the Hellgast edition of the PS3, which is a HMV exclusive. So it's a fairly sought after steelbook. It's not too expensive. Last time I looked, it goes for around £10 to £12. It could go for a little bit more. I'm not too sure. I haven't looked in a while. But I just picked this up and just bought it. So £3.50 for that one. So hopefully I'll get about £12 back for it. And then the rest are for my collection. So we've got Kingdom Hearts 1.5 on the PS3. I have the art book version of this, but not the standard case. Then we've got NHL 15, which is quite a hard one to find. XCOM Enemy Unknown, I knew I had this one, but this says includes Elite Soldier Pack, and it comes with like the DLC code inside, which I'm not sure if mine has or not, so I thought I'd gamble on it and maybe get an upgrade. If not, this sells on eBay for about £4.50, so I can just resell it. The next one is a technically PSVR 2 game, so I think this got an update for PSVR 2, and this is Tin Hearts. So online, on PS4 this was going for around about £10 to £12, but for some reason the PS5 version was going for about 15 to 20, so I picked this up for 12 quid. I'll give that a play at some point. And then behind the till they had some awesome PS Vita games, so I am also, as well as the PS3, collecting a full set for the PS Vita. Haven't really done many videos on the PS Vita yet. It's kind of a set that I've been chipping away at for years before I did YouTube, but I just haven't got around to completing it yet, and maybe at some point I'll get around to it. But as and when I see them, which is very often, sorry, not very often, when I go around CEX and look for them, I just can't find them anywhere, or at least the ones I need. So I found two that I needed, and one was kind of like either a condition upgrade, or again I might sell it. But that one is Steins Gate 0, and this is the limited edition version. So this was listed, it's actually £20, so when they scanned it, it was cheaper, but it's priced at 22. On eBay this version goes around 30 to 35, so I might be able to make a bit of profit on that one, or upgrade it for my collection. And then the next two are needs, so unfortunately these won't be sold on eBay, but they are, I can't even say that one, Hyper Devotion Noir Goddess Black Heart on the PS Vita. That was 30 quid. And then the next one is Demon Gaze 2, which was 50 quid. Now I didn't actually bother looking on eBay to see if those were any cheaper, as from memory those are good prices, or at least for the Vita they're good prices. And also they were behind the till, so I was a bit rushed and pressured, so I just was like, you know what, if you've got them in stock, I'll take them. So that's two more on the Vita collection, and I think there's 229 UK European PAL copies, and I have, I believe, like something like 217, something like that. I think I need like 13 or 12 left to go, so very, very close on that, but they are all the big expensive big hitters left, so that could take some time to find those and afford them. But yeah, that's everything I bought from Wembley. And then today I popped uptown and I got a few bits. So I went to CEX and one charity shop. So the charity shop, I was umming and ahhing over this jacket. Now it's a ski jacket, but it's from a brand that I've never heard of before, and I'm trying to think what the name was. Brunotti. So I believe it's like an Italian brand, and this is a nice ski jacket, Hypertex material, waterproof and breathable. So pretty nice jacket. Now this brand, I couldn't find the exact jacket, but these branded jackets in like black or grey or different colours were going for around about 50 quid used, and at over 100 brand new. So I figured for £14.99, even if for a charity shop it's quite expensive, £14.99, there's still some profit in it. So I'm hoping that I can list this for at least 30 to 40, and that is a size large as well, so it's a good size. And a lot of people are going skiing at the moment, so it's a good chance to try and sell it, but I need to list that quick, as I don't know when ski season ends, as I suppose there's snow everywhere around the world, but I know most people go skiing around the new year until about April time, so I need to get that listed as quick as possible. So the next few things are some video games, and these actually are to sell. So the first one, these are all from CEX by the way, so I spent £19.50 in total, and I got 6 games. So the first one is Street Fighter 4, and that is the alternative cover art edition. That's why I picked this one up. So this is £4, and I believe this was some sort of HMV exclusive game, so I could probably get about £10 to £12 for that one. Then the next one was Rugby 15. This was only £1.50, and then we got the Rugby World Cup 2011, which was £1, and Rugby Challenge 2 Lions Tour Edition for £1 as well. Now originally I wasn't sure if this was a variant copy or one that I needed, so I was looking at it on eBay and it goes around £4.50, and then I saw the other rugby games and I thought it's not really worth selling on eBay on its own, but if I can bundle it with the other games then I might be able to get a bit more for it. So I spent a grand total of £3.50 on these 3 games, and I reckon I can sell that bundle for £10 plus postage. So if I can get £20 back for them, that's already covered the whole price. The next one is actually one that I picked up by mistake. So I've been playing Batman Arkham Asylum recently, and I went to a gaming convention on the weekend. I bought Batman Arkham Knight on the PS4, as I don't own it. It's only £2.50, and I saw this one on the shelf for £6, but I did notice that it came with some DLC. So I took it to the till to pay, and I didn't realise that I forgot to put this back, and I'd already paid, and I thought that was a bit expensive. Checked the receipt and was like, oh, I've accidentally put that on there. He did say he could refund it, but I said don't worry about it. What I'm going to do is sell my version that I got from the gaming market, as it does say not for resale bundle copy on it, whereas this is actually a nice retail copy, and it's also got the DLC in it. Now the DLC obviously won't work. In terms of a collector point of view, it does come with all of the bits as well. So that was £6. Now the last one was on the till at CEX, and they hadn't put them out yet, and they were just pricing them up. And this is Driver Parallel Lines on the PlayStation 2, but this is a Steelbook Collector's Edition. Now this is worth about £15 to £20 when I looked on eBay, and really nice condition. Comes with a CD soundtrack as well, physical too. Obviously you've got the disc, which I assume is maybe the Collector's Edition disc, and then you've got a nice manual as well. So really nice condition copy. And this one, so it doesn't come with a slipcover or anything, unfortunately, but this was only £6. It was priced at the standard price of the game, so I'm happy to add that one to the collection. I don't think I'll be selling this one, as I do collect steelbooks and it's really nice, so I'm going to keep that one. And that is all the pickups for today.
Morning guys, it's 9 AM on Thursday. I've got a networking event in about 15-20 minutes that I need to leave for, so I'm just going to go through some orders. Now I'm not posting today, my posted run is tomorrow, but I've made 7 sales overnight, so I'm going to take a bit of stress off myself tomorrow in case I make some more sales tonight. So I've picked all the orders and it's time to go through them. So in no particular order, the first one is another watch from the watch bundle, and that is a Rachel Galley bracelet watch. I can't remember what specific style or design this one is, but it's number 5 on the SKU system. This cost me a tenner in the watch bundle, and this has sold for £30. So happy with that one. Good markup on that. The next one is a MG Rover coin. So someone sent me an offer for £10. Now these are 2 coins celebrating the MG3 and the MG6. And I picked these up from a car boot in the summer, and it's right by the Longbridge factory. So whoever was selling them must have worked there or knew someone that worked there. So there were loads of car USB cables with MG branding on it, and they also had these coins. I think they were selling them for £2 for the coin, £1 for the cables, and I offered a job lot deal for £20. And I took the lot, so I believe there was like 30 cables and I think 10 or 12 of these. So this is the second one to sell, so I'm already in profit on that bundle. The next one is from the watch bundle as well, and that is a watch strap. So it's just a little black leather watch strap, and that has sold for £9.99. So the brand on this one is Kenneth Cole, and it is genuine leather. Nice little strap. I picked up a Furby bundle last year for £40. There were like 9 full-size Furbies in there, and then a bunch of little bean bags. So there were 2 bean bags with tags on, which I've listed for more, and these ones are without tags. And someone sent me an offer for £12.25, so I've accepted that. I think they were listed for around about 15, but happy to take that price. So these owe me like £1 each, literally. So I counted that the big ones were worth like £5, so that already adds up to £40. So these essentially were just thrown in the bundle. The next one is an Everton zip-up jacket. Now, some might remember that I bought a big trading card bundle in the summer last year. I'm still sorting through them and listing some of them, so I have started to list them, but there's just so many in there that I haven't had a chance to go through the whole box yet. But he was a big Everton fan. I picked up an Everton tie, an Everton shirt, and an Everton jacket. The tie is sold, the shirt is listed, and the jacket has just been sold. So someone sent me an offer for £21.61 plus postage. That makes £25 all in, and it was listed for £30, which might have been a bit of an overestimate, but it is quite a nice vintage Nike Everton jacket. Size extra large, I believe, so happy to let that go for £20 since I only paid £3 for it. Now I believe we're on to the last 2 sales, and the next one is a Star Wars model set. So I bought this for £5, a bit of a gamble, not worth too much. I listed it quite high at £12.50 compared to the other listings because I couldn't find one on eBay at the time. And when I got back home, they're only selling for like £8. But I've listed it for £12.50, stuck to my guns, and it's finally sold. So that's been listed about 6 months.
but I got full asking price and double my money after fees. Now, the last sale, I just need to quickly find it. It's around somewhere. I sold one of these last week, and I only picked them up last week as well. So I picked up 2 Bing Bong figures for £4.99, and they are the Bing Bong imaginary creature from Inside Out. And it's like an interactive musical toy. I sold one for 25 quid, and I've sold the second one for 25 quid, and I paid £4.99 each. So I just need to find it. So I can, if not, I'll throw some footage on screen, but it's around somewhere. But that is all of the sales that I've made so far on Thursday. Now I'm having a little bit of a sort out of my garage, so I'm going to have to leave in about 5-10 minutes. But yeah, so I'm going to have a quick sort and tidy out. So there's a lot of stuff that I bought recently. Some of it is photographed and or listed, in which case I'm trying to organise and put that away. And then anything else that I bought recently that's not listed, I'm taking to work with me today. And after work, I'm going to stay behind and get some photographs and some pictures. So I might record a bit of footage of that, but I don't want the video to be too long this week. So yeah, that's what I'm doing today. And I will tune in tomorrow with any more sales before we go over the results for the weekend. This is possibly Link's new home from now on. I don't know. You decide. But at the moment, he's just balancing on something. But he looks kind of cool in the corner. So he's staying there for the time being. So this week then, I have made 19 sales overall. And it's a bit of a strange week, because halfway through the week I felt like I was doing badly and was like, I haven't really made many sales. And I think I just made a lot of sales in one go, and I ended up posting like 8 or 9 things on Monday morning. When it came to Wednesday, there wasn't really much to post and wrap and pick and everything. So I was kind of thinking like, oh, it's going to be a pretty poor week, but actually the figures say otherwise. So 19 sales in total. And yes, there's a few cheap sales in there, but there's also quite a lot of higher end sales, which in terms of profit is really good. So let's get straight into those. So gross sales overall then from those 19 sales, I bought in £411.54, so an average of around £21 an item. The fees were £65.36 and the postage fees were £50.04, leaving the cost to buy being £106.34. As I said, sold quite a few high value items, so there's a few fairly high value purchases. So the Call of Duty games I worked out were £12 a bundle. The Xbox cable that sold was £15, as well as those Nintendo tins were 15 quid, and then the 2 watches were a tenner each. So that's where all the bulk of the money for the cost of buys come from. And then when I take away all of those deductions from the £411.54, I am left with a net profit, or a total profit, of £198.80. So I am really, really pleased with that, because I think that is the first one. If I look back at February, the first week of Feb, second week of Feb hit, and okay, the last week of Feb hit, but there's 1 week in between where it just only got £83 profit. So I didn't beat my target, so it's good to beat my target and then some. So I will be raising that to 150, as I said in last week's video, when I start going to the car boots again. And they probably are back on this weekend or next weekend, but I just need to look at the schedule and see when I can make it. So I won't be going every single weekend. I haven't really got the space and the time to be storing the items as well as listing those items every single day of the week, because I work full time and I just ain't got time to go to a car boot, fill my bag or fill my boot with like 3 different IKEA bags full of stuff, and then have the time to clean, test, wrap, post it, whatever, throughout the week, and then do it again at the weekend. So I'll probably be aiming to go for around 2, maybe 3 car boots per month, but those car boot videos will be back soon, and I'll be raising my target to £150. But until then, I'm happy with £189.80 profit. I think that's really good. And yeah, that is everything for the video. Thank you very much for watching the video. That is the end, and if you are new around here, please consider hitting the subscribe button. Please leave a comment below your favourite pickup or sale, and like the video as it helps everything out. So I'll see you on the next one. Thank you.